Yeah.
Well, family letter.
Yeah, so we have another family letter. To Anthony's point, thanks for the intro.
You're welcome.
So we have a letter. Name will remain anonymous. She says, "Hey, so I have been in a relationship for 8 years now to a wonderful man. And in the beginning of our relationship, I made it very clear on what I wanted, and that is marriage. We even stopped dating for about a month because I told him he wasn't ready and we could just be friends. But he said no, he's ready to commit to this relationship. So we went at it and been together ever since for 8 years. But still, no ring yet. And I love him. He is amazing. He's amazing to my daughter. He doesn't have any kids and he treats us so good, but I'm ready to be married. I'm just confused as to what he's waiting on. He tells me he just wants it to be the right time and wants everything to be perfect and financially, he doesn't want to get married if he can't financially handle everything by himself. I'm just lost. I want to leave to show him he will miss out on a wonderful woman. But I don't want to leave because he's my best friend, honestly. And I know it will break my daughter's heart if we separated. He's been in her life since she was 2 years old.
Oh, man. That's
Help,
bad.
FBC. I don't know what to do."
Wow.
Yeah. 1 + 1 = 2, babe.
What that mean?
It means he doesn't want to marry you.
Well, I think there's a level of fear there because we're talking about financial. It's financial commitment. It's financial responsibility. It's financial. I'm not sure I can provide on this level. And then at the same time, a lot of men are afraid to get married because of the financial repercussion of a split.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of levels to it.
That makes a lot of sense. The level that is standing out to me now that you say that is, how old are these people?
We don't know.
So
because it matters.
For instance,
we would say the daughter is she said the daughter was
about 10 at this time.
Yeah,
the daughter's 10. He's been raising her since 2.
Since
It's
2.
been an 8-year situation.
Correct.
So what's that math? That's some long.
I mean, you still can't get the age out of that
time, man.
because there's not enough information to get the age. But the age in this, to me, the age doesn't matter in this instance because I get wanting to be married. I'm married, been married a very long time, but I don't think that I would walk away from a relationship that she just described if we weren't married. Because there are people out here really, really, really looking for somebody and will take anything that is remotely close to what their wants are.
Yeah.
Just to be in a relationship.
With the wrong one.
With the wrong person.
Yeah.
And here you are, have a person that you say is a great man, is a great father to a child that doesn't belong to him. And the only thing he's saying is that he wants to be ready. The fact of the matter is he might not ever be ready. If it's a financial thing, who knows?
Financial.
But if it's a financial thing,
it's fear.
And I believe it's all of that. But if it's a financial thing, who's to say that you ever reach that financial goal? So at the end of the day, are you willing to walk away from a stand-up guy that is doing everything he's supposed to do to keep a smile on your face?
Right. But she had been very clear that in the beginning of this relationship,
let me finish my statement
to be
because I'll let you talk. This is my purely my opinion. Now, whatever everybody else's opinion is theirs, but this is mine.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, why in the world would that mean that much to you to walk away from that? Because you're gonna go out here in these streets to get married.
Because you mentioned,
and you're gonna meet half the man that man is.
I got you.
So what I'm saying is, don't put a person in a bottle. Allow the relationship to take place. When it happens, it will happen. But choose your happiness.
So you're speaking to the woman.
Absolutely. It ain't. I promise you, it's a lot of women that's going to listen to this show, and they're going to be like, "Go and give them up, give them up," and you're going to look sick. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
If you're happy, stay happy.
Well,
y'all will figure it out.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a little time, but just Choose your happiness.
And I
8
don't-
years is not a little time.
It's not.
All right.
8 years is a long time.
8 years is a lifetime.
And I ain't waiting no 8 years for you to marry me, especially
Oh,
when
my
I
God.
told you in the beginning that I wanted to be married.
Thank you.
And then I left you for a month because I said you wasn't ready. And then you said, no, I'm ready. Then you come back and then you with me for 8 years and we still ain't getting married.
That part.
Bump that.
So bump the happiness though.
Bump that.
I think that for some women, and I understand that he's saying he wants it to be a financial situation, but your inability to commit can communicate something else to a woman. Like your inability to put a ring on it could be like, oh, you trying to keep it so you could just bounce whenever. That could be communicated.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you could be happy, but at the end of the day, it's like mentally for women, and I'm not saying this is a solution. I'm just saying this is what can be communicated to some women. Their perspective is, if you're going to commit to me, if we committed this long, then what's to stop you from putting a ring on it? You know what I'm saying? Because if we thugging it out, your money ain't been right, but you stay here for 8 years. So what's
Something gotta
But
be.
the thing is, like, that's definitely a good point.
Yeah.
That's definitely great. But I think we also have to consider, where did he come from? What are the things he's been through? Because personally, I can speak to, not that specifically, but I came up in a way that once I was grown, I said, I will never have children until I'm financially stable.
Right.
Like, I was literally saying, pull out game immaculate.
Right.
Man, we talk no seriously though. I was saying, like, because I had a fear of bringing a child into this world and not being financially ready because of where I came from.
I understand.
So with
for
that
sure.
being said, we have to consider, where did he come from? What has he been through to be taking his time in that way and being afraid to commit?
So that's the perspectives on both sides. So both sides, which is in any relationship, you have to consider where both people come from and your thought process or your upbringing. Both of them have two different thought processes and they're missing each other. So to your point, Jay, it's not like, I mean, if it's a great relationship, maybe y'all should add someone else to the conversation to try and get to the root of why you can't go to the next step, rather than her just giving up.
And walking away.
Well, deeper than that.
Yeah, I
you
think
can't
it's
just
deeper
tell me.
than that.
Talking about relational.
Right.
Because she's like, I'm thinking about bouncing, and I'm saying perhaps it doesn't need to be a conversation you're having with your boyfriend.
Right.
Maybe you need to add someone who can give some more wisdom to
counseling.
Right. To advise both of you in the situation.
So how do you open up that type of communication to introduce somebody else into a situation like that?
I think starting off with the fact that, I love you. You know what I mean? We've been together for, it sounds like more than 8 years, but we've been together for a long time. And I initially told you this is what my desire was. And I understand and I respect the fact that this is how you feel concerning finances. But I think we need some more wisdom. You know what I'm saying? I really would like to seek some advice outside of us to help us get to some type of resolve about this, because I'm happy being with you, but I'm not happy with where we are. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on now. That's a lot right there. You said happy being with you, but not happy about where we are?
Because in her heart, she wants to be married. So
from his standpoint, though, it's like, let's be empathetic to him, too. I understand the mind frame. B and J just kind of elaborated on it a little bit, as far as, he didn't want to have kids until he felt like he was financially ready. So his pullout game was strong. I felt like my pullout game was, I won't say immaculate. I felt like it was strong. Come to find out, it was very weak.
Horrible.
Not for real.
Horrible.
And that's okay.
Horrible pullout game.
I'll be honest with you, mine was too.
Yeah. But it's like, I think as men, especially this generation of men, I'm not sure if his father was there, or if he even had that example to show him, about stocks and bonds and investing and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I think when you're graduating high school and you're coming out here and it's like, okay, I'm here now. We think life is just going to be like this straight line. Here's my first thing, then I'm going to go to point B,
Right.
point C, and it's like it's not like that. Life is like
never
boop,
like
boop,
that.
boop,
It's
boop,
not
boop,
like
boop, boop,
that.
boop, boop, boop.
Life is never
And it's
like
like
Zigzag in the mud.
it's zigzagged in a mug, and if you're not careful, one of those falls could be your last one.
Yeah, for
Oh.
sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You end up crashing out, going to jail because you can't stand the pressure.
Right.
You manic
your rock
depression.
Yeah.
You hitting your rock bottom.
Mhm.
So for a lot of people, that first drop is their rock bottom, and
Right.
they can't recover from it. I
Mhm.
see it all the time. But for him, it's like he's thinking, "Hey, well, I'm going to wait till this master thing happens." Like he waiting to roll 7
Right.
or something like that. It's like, bro, just live your life, and if you've been with her this long, hopefully, you've mastered at least. We take care of the bare necessities.
Yeah.
The
But
food.
that-
for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously,
The clothes.
obviously, some things have been taken care of.
I
right?
think he's
sure.
trying to be rich.
And because he has to be. If you listen to what the letter said, he never said that she's currently working.
And
She
obviously
currently-
she's helping because
Right.
he said
He wants
she
to
said
be able to
he
do
wants
it.
to do it all
Exactly.
Mhm.
if they're married. So yeah.
I get
Mm.
He wants everything to be perfect.
where
is what
he,
he's saying.
yeah,
That's the
Like,
thing.
that might
He
not
wants to be
ever
rich.
happen.
I want
Perfect.
everything to be perfect. That's a okay.
It's a
so
cop out.
There it is.
thank
That
you.
is a cop
Yeah,
out.
it's
So
so many
that's,
words. Yes,
so
it's
that's
a
what I'm
cop-out.
saying from a woman's perspective. I could look at that as you're giving yourself some sort of a pinnacle to reach that's unreachable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Which gives you an automatic out from committing.
Because
so that's
he
communicating
can always
something
move the
else
needle.
to me.
Like the needle never stops. So he might be like,
Right.
I got that up. Let me.
But that was $100,000
for
was 5
inflation.
years ago.
Hey,
Right.
look, she's looking at it like, you're playing games with me.
Yeah.
I told
I get
Julia,
it.
I told one of my kids, I said, hey, if you make straight A's, I'll get you XYZ.
Mhm.
Man, forget that. You know I ain't gonna make straight. He said, you know I ain't gonna make straight. I said, why though? You could. Same thing here.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna, man, I feel like once I got $500,000 in the bank,
Yeah.
50,000 in the savings and blah, blah, blah,
Right.
we'll get it done. She's like, that's cap. That ain't gonna
Right.
never
Yeah,
happen.
don't ever happen.
know you ain't
I
gonna
mean, but the thing is, because of my mindset,
Yeah,
I didn't have my first biological child till I was 30.
yeah.
Like, that's a real thing, though.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, what if he's one of these brothers who say, who's in that culture of, the woman is not supposed to go 50-50.
Right.
I am supposed to provide. Who was his father?
But I have a
But
question.
he
Right.
Who was that?
been doing 50-50 for 8 years.
But he said for me to
apparently.
get married, I gotta be doing 100.
He said
That's
it's got to be financially
What's the
perfect. What is
analogy?
perfection?
You want your
Perfect.
cake and
Nobody
eat it.
perfect.
You want your cake and eat it too.
Yeah, you want your cake and eat it too. I never
Yeah.
understood that, but I guess
You don't know what.
you have the cake and you eat it too. If
Well,
I got the
yeah,
cake, of
but-
course I want to eat it.
But there's a
What?
lot of hold on. We about to
So
go
what
off.
if she starts saying like, "Well, I don't think we should. I want to be abstinent until we get married," or
What?
you know what I'm saying? Like
Listen.
Now
what if
it's
she
like a
starts-
what? Are
what
you
if she
serious?
starts
Like, what
moving
do we-
things?
So like
Well,
so he can be fearful. He could be. I'm sorry to cut.
That's
you
good.
off.
No,
That's
no,
good.
you're
That's
good.
good. That's good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, that was good.
Oh, okay. So he can be fearful. He could be fearful and be like, okay, I'm gonna wait until I hit this reach. But she can go back and say, well, I'm gonna be abstinence until because I'm looking for marriage because that could be her way of like fasting.
Yeah.
Fasting, praying,
Mhm.
believing God
Mm-hmm.
for marriage.
But she gave him husband access as a
Uh-oh.
boyfriend.
Oh,
That's what I'm
I mean-
saying.
Husband
Somebody
access.
he
Well,
gotta-
they are.
So
She's resetting. So she's resetting. Right.
it's okay
Thank
to
you.
reset.
It's okay.
can.
You,
It
you
is.
think she gonna be able to though?
And she can move
So hold on. So
the needle.
basically, I get it, and I get exactly what you're saying. You're right.
Cause she there for a reason.
Yeah,
But I'm saying, as much as he can say,
Yeah, as much as he
I'm
can
waiting
say-
for this, I'm waiting for that.
You're right.
She
She
can
can
say,
say
going to say, well, I'm waiting for this.
Ooh,
I'm
y'all
waiting
waiting
for
for
playing.
that.
Ooh, y'all playing dirty.
because at the end of that's not
Man,
dirty.
they playing dirty.
That is not dirty. But it's not dirty for him. She said at the beginning.
Hey.
It's so weird. Wait a minute.
Y'all playing
it's
dirty.
so weird.
Why is that
No,
dirty?
that is not dirty. That is not
Wait,
dirty.
wait, wait,
Let me be
men
very
always
clear.
think they
Oh,
should
my
just
God.
have sex.
That's
That's
not
not-
access to your stuff. They should have access to your stuff.
Listen.
But again, you can change your mind whenever, just like he can change his mind.
The problem
Just-
is, right now with women, right now, y'all are equating one thing to the other.
Right.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Here
We
playing
ain't
dirty.
even all the way there.
Yeah, that's
Y'all
playing
saying
real
it's
dirty.
two
Look,
here we
different
go.
things.
Boo! Oh, that's playing dirty.
I'm booing you.
Two
We on the
different
panel.
things,
We on the
Amy.
panel.
I don't know. I'm just buzzed.
Comparing apples to oranges to tennis balls to
No.
What we're saying is,
I get it though. I get it.
what
I
we're
get
saying
it,
is,
but it is dirty.
if he has a standard of where he wants to be before he is able to commit fully with a ring, and she says, "Okay, I'm going to give you an opportunity to get there," and now he's like, "Yeah, it's taking a little longer than expected to be perfect." So she gets to say, "Well, then." You know what?
But,
Maybe we
see, that's
should.
the issue,
Maybe we should.
She's being conditional with her values, right? Oh, now she's at a point where it's like, I want you to value me because we've been dating for X amount of time. You've been living with me. I presume having sex with me.
Right.
I presume raising my freaking daughter, right? I've given you access to my holies of holies. And now, because you hadn't put a ring on it, but I've allowed this behavior up
Right.
until this
For 8
point,
years.
now I want to flip out on the 8th year and go, this ain't right. Come on.
Yeah, I don't
Again, the comment was she can reset. So,
I get it.
so what if she gave him access that she shouldn't have? I gave you access way before I shouldn't have, and then there was a
We
point
were
where
12.
it doesn't matter.
hey, man,
Hey,
hold on, man.
We were kids, but what I'm saying is, at some point, I decided this is not what I want to do.
Right.
So you went your way, and I said, I want to be married. So when you get your life together, that was my condition.
Right.
Now I gave you had all access to all
I thought I
types of
did that
stuff.
to you.
No, you left me because you wanted to see girls on the north side.
No,
east,
no,
and
no,
west
no,
side.
no. I
We're
said-
not going to go on that soapbox. But then I told you, in order for you to come back, you got to get your life right. That's what I said
You
to
did.
you.
This is
That
correct.
was at the end. So that was my condition after we had been having sex, after I had been cleaning up your apartment, cooking,
wow.
doing all of the things. And then I said, you know what? If we're going to be together, if you want this to work, then you need to stop.
And
you know how I
like
felt?
she explained, she's
Right.
entitled to the reset.
Right.
Like
She's-
we all
everybody-
are.
so we are
I don't
entitled
care
to
how long I've
change.
been with
You
you.
are entitled to change your mind whenever.
Yeah,
You
but
feel like changing
to
your
the
mind.
17-year-old me, it was like, this isn't fair. We've been
So?
doing this. You've trained me to be this way with you.
And now you're going to get reset.
Right.
Okay, so now we're resetting.
Exactly.
And
But you have an
I agree that
expectation,
there's
and you
okay
just
with a
expect for
reset
me to
is
be just
okay.
be
I agree.
okay. Let's
A
reset.
reset
A reset is fine.
A reset is
A reset
fine.
is fine as adults. I'm saying when we were that age, I'm saying to this couple that we're talking about, every situation is different. Everybody doesn't have the
Right.
same psyche, the same maturity,
Right.
the same spiritual beliefs. Everybody doesn't have the same things. So when it comes to that, when you're just looking at it from a 1 + 1 = 2 type thing, I'm not saying you're not entitled to it. I'm saying, is it really fair? Life ain't fair.
But you
I
just
get
called,
it.
but
But it doesn't have to be fair.
Your comparison was conditional. You
right.
said by us resetting, we're making the situation conditional.
Right.
It's all conditional.
No, but it's conditional on his part too, because he's saying, "Look, I don't want to marry you right now because I'm not here."
He told her that. He
Yeah,
communicated.
he said,
that.
"I'm not here,"
But she said,
and she's saying,
I want a ring. That was
I
her
wanna be
condition. So they
married.
both communicated
They both
their condition.
communicated
both.
conditions, but she folded on hers.
Well, no.
She's
First of all,
thinking
she
of
said she
voting on
wanted a
hers.
ring, right? She
Right.
said she wanted to be married. Where the miscommunication happened was
Come on.
she didn't say how long.
Uh-oh.
That's
That
the
part.
part.
That is the part.
That's
Now,
the part.
she
So
would've been like,
here we are.
2 years, I want to be
We're
married.
happy.
within the next
We're
year,
in
I want to
love.
be married.
We're happy
We're
and
taking
in love.
care of. I'm taking care of your child. We're one big happy family.
We have all of the colors of marriage.
Absolutely, we look amazing
All
together.
the colors.
All of the colors.
All of them. It's hitting on every
Besides
cylinder.
The one
And-
thing
right,
that matters.
I had to
And
go
think
back
about
and read it.
what think about probably the conversations of her family. Like, girl, y'all ain't married yet. What y'all waiting on?
But
her
it-
friends.
That- but that's
it's
outside.
around
Embarrassing.
her.
But it ain't
That's
even
outside. Hold on. That's outside.
But it ain't even outside. it is in her mind. It's in the
That's
forefront of
right.
her mind.
I get it.
That I want to be married.
I get it.
That's
So
true.
when
So
That's
why
right.
go 8
I
years?
want to be married, you know what? Because you
Why
when,
not go 2?
especially when you have a child involved.
Yeah.
When you have a child involved, you start sacrificing certain things. I know I'm
that
asking,
child is attached.
how you'll sacrifice.
Well, but
for
why
your-
let it go so long before
you'll
he get
sacrifice
attached?
because you don't want to bring anybody around your child. You're just like, oh, they love each other.
Yeah.
You know, when you're thinking about leaving, you're like, my kid loves him.
Yeah.
She looks at him as a father figure.
I get it.
She
She
wanted
saw what she wanted.
I wanted a father figure
So-
for my child.
She got what she wanted.
got what she
Got
wanted.
that.
However, so she got what she wanted through with the child. But what about her?
Yeah.
Why can't she get what she wants?
And
Which
I'ma
is
be-
just
and
a
I'ma be
marriage.
honest, you said why 8 years? Because as women,
Yeah.
we like to give men the benefit,
benefit
of the doubt over and
We'll
over
make
and
excuses.
over. We
after
will
excuse.
just
Y'all don't. That's
After
cap.
excuse.
That's
No,
not
women.
She gonna be-
Hold on.
No, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. That's cap, bro.
I don't know.
But I think we give each other the benefit of the doubt.
But what I'm saying is when it comes to relationships, like if you historically, I don't have no stats to back this up, but if you were to track the relationship exchange between male and female, women are most often the ones to take the lower road or take the back seat to your mistakes, your issues, to second, third, fifth, 50th chances for the man. Then a man is, Anthony can attest to this. We got married and he had 2 kids. He was like, you know what, babe, I love you because it couldn't have been me.
Wow.
Did you not say that?
Yeah.
Andy told me.
But
What I'm saying
but
is-
I will
Same
say
thing.
this. Wait
What
a
I'm
minute.
saying is
I feel the same way you feel.
I'm using that. No.
This is coming from a woman.
That's fine.
All right, now.
I'm using that as an example as far as women who do
Y'all
things for the
crazy.
sake of the love of a man
Yeah.
or for making something work in between a
I
man.
think
I think women do it most
Yeah.
often.
I think you do it. You're a
That's
unicorn.
right.
No, I'm
No.
telling you.
No,
When you
women
look at
do
the
it.
women
No,
now,
Women do it.
women now,
Women still do
Women-
it.
I'm looking at 3 women.
women now, y'all different. Women now have bossed up. They ain't
Because
playing
we
that.
tired. We tired of having to
Are
do
you
that.
putting yourself in the same category as
I'm
women?
saying
She's
I'm
still
not.
bossed
We're
up,
still a
bro.
woman. We're still a woman. We're still
I'm
a
just
woman.
triggering.
Yeah. We will compromise. We will bend. We will extort. We will go into oppressive.
Yeah.
We will do
Yeah.
everything to try to make it
To try
work.
and give you
before
every
it
opportunity.
will give you every opportunity to get it right.
Yeah.
We will.
Mm.
And I'm not saying y'all don't. I'm not saying men don't, but I'm a woman. I only
We
can,
give
I
y'all
can only
those same
speak on a
opportunities,
woman.
though.
I can only speak on a woman. I'm not saying you didn't, and I'm not saying none of y'all did. But what I am saying is, more than likely, we are willing to do a lot. We're willing to take on a lot more because we built like that.
Yeah.
Then
With the
men
hopes.
with
With
the
the
hopes that you're gonna finally get it right. She's been praying for
Yeah.
8 years that this man gonna get it right. He
Get
gonna
it
get it right because I
together.
see him. I see you, boo.
Right.
I see you. You got
doing
that new
good.
job. You got that
Right.
promotion. And when he
Right.
get this promotion, God, he gonna do it.
Right.
When we get this amount in the bank,
Yeah.
God gonna do it.
Well,
When we
listen.
do this, and then he never does it, and then you turn into 20 years. Now you done wasted your 20s, your 30s. Now you 40, and we know a lot of people our age still praying for their husband, but was in a 10, 14, 15-year relationship,
Right.
and he never married her, and he left her and married somebody in 6 months.
Wow.
That part.
Has happened.
Wow.
It has happened. I
Has
know
happened.
multiple stories, not 1, 2, 3.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
Go ahead,
I
Jay.
love
That's how we know
she's saying
cap.
everything she's saying.
cap?
Hold on.
The guy
Everything
in the
she's saying is
story.
correct.
The guy in the
Y'all
story is
are
cap.
right.
He's cap.
Y'all are
Okay.
absolutely right. I agree with every point that was made
I
by
do
all
too.
of the beautiful women on this show. But there's still another side of this that she has to accept accountability for. And that's the time.
You allowed it for
You
8
should have
years.
been doing check-ins. There was ways to deal with this.
Yeah.
There was ways to commit to signs. Hey, listen, 6 months. Hey, where are we?
Yeah.
What we doing? And I'm not saying she didn't do this.
Yeah.
She possibly could have. but it wasn't mentioned in the letter.
Yeah.
I feel like she did.
I mean, that's very
because
corporate of her.
The letter.
Right.
8 months. Where are we?
Right,
Very
but
corporate,
if
us.
what I'm,
how
you
she
have
wrote
to
that
do
letter,
something.
I feel like
Yeah.
she did do her check-ins because she's got I don't think she went this long and
She's
said
too
nothing.
specific.
And said
She's too
nothing.
specific.
Okay, so you believe that the
Yes.
check-ins
I
happen?
believe
Yes.
the check-ins happen.
Maybe not
because
at
she's
quarterly.
at a-
But
listen.
okay, but why? So at what point? How many check-ins has she had where she hasn't made a decision?
Probably yearly.
Probably
And-
yearly.
a
To
year.
go, but what I'm saying
2
is,
years,
why,
maybe
okay.
every 2
So
years.
what is the consequence behind the check-in? Okay, first check-in. You still trying to get your money up?
we still on track.
You still working on your money?
Why?
That what you do?
Why does she have to do that? Because this
Yeah.
bullshit
What's going
married
on?
her. That's some bull.
I do
You said,
agree.
Are you
If
still
you-
working on your money?
If you give me your word, and then we got to think
got
too.
now?
Right.
We got
Where
to
are
think,
we?
she probably
Where
don't
are we
have-
on the savings account?
We,
What's
she
going
probably
on?
don't have access to be able to track his money like that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
No, that's what I'm saying.
The dude is a morally good dude.
Right.
And let me explain why.
Talk about it.
He is.
I look at
He
Jay.
been there.
He's been there, and he decided to date her, knowing she had someone else's seed.
That's
Come
right.
on. Okay.
Me personally,
Okay.
That's a real thing, bro.
I wouldn't have been able to do it. I look at B, I look at Jay, I'm like, and I literally asked myself a few times, would I be able to do that,
Wow,
Constance?
bro.
Hackett? If the roles were reversed
Mhm.
with me and Constance had 2 babies by some other dude, and they weren't mine, I would feel some type of way only because of the history and when we met. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I don't think I would be able to. I don't think there would be Constance and Anthony Adams.
But
If
you'll
that was
never
the
know. You'll
I'll
never know
never
that.
know that.
You'll never know
But
that
I say that to
because
say that
He's
the
morally,
dude,
yeah, he's morally
at a place
Nah, for real.
of it take a
we're
lot
not
to do
disputing
No,
that.
but seriously,
Right.
like,
Disputing
no,
that
seriously, no, to your point, Andy,
You know what I'm saying?
It is a real commendable thing.
It is.
He's doing an
stepped
amazing
up the
thing.
way he
Yeah.
stepped up. You know
And
what
that's
I
why I
mean?
was saying
because
she
it's
had to.
dynamics when
For
a
that
man
alone,
step up like
leave
that.
him alone.
Not for real.
She's not
I want to say something.
happy.
I want to say
playing with
something.
you.
So yeah, he's morally right. But it was what's that movie with the Tom Cruise and he had the look. He was a agent. What's the name?
Jerry Maguire.
Dumb and
Jerry
Dumber.
Maguire.
Jerry
Yes,
Maguire.
Eddie. Jerry Maguire. He loved the kid. He was there for the kid in the beginning.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? In the beginning, he was only there for the kid. And she needs to know he's there for her too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I
That's
love
all
the
I'm
And
saying.
point.
that commitment
But
is what's going to
Jerry Maguire married her. That
He did.
He married her because there wasn't nobody
Who's to
else to be
say
married.
that by the time we got this letter, they aren't married already?
Okay, that's weird to assume.
They're not.
It's
We're
been
not
a
going-
decade.
Buddy,
It's wishful
they're
thinking.
not.
Buddy,
I'm just being hopeful here, bro.
Buddy's not getting married.
Right. He's not
Yo,
getting
okay,
married.
y'all. Okay, y'all.
How does a woman know? How does a
Buddy's
woman
not getting
know?
married.
How does a woman know a man is not going to marry her?
You with him for 8 years.
You with him
and
for
he
8
ain't
years.
commit.
And he ain't
And we
married.
done been
He's
through
not
every in 8
going
years.
to.
You
But
done
hold
been
on.
through
started
every
off saying
Hold on,
that.
y'all.
Every
But
reality.
when we say he haven't committed, what else do he have to commit? He's
Excuse
taking
me.
care of the
Excuse me.
kids.
He has
He
committed.
holding down the
If
household.
If you're not married,
like,
you're single.
But
If you're not
but he's
married,
still
you're single.
committed,
You're single.
though.
He's
It's okay.
single.
Just accept the friendship,
she's
sis.
single.
By
too.
law, you're single.
Yeah, by law. I'm just talking about by law. You're single. If you're not married, you're
Hey,
single.
what's the
And
matter?
Amy brought up
What's
a good
wrong with
point.
what I just said?
Amy brought up a good point earlier, and I like for her to bring her point, but about so I get the benefits of marriage, but she was mentioning if like something medically happens.
I'm just saying for me, because my mom was in a relationship with my dad. They met when she was 14.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Wow.
He died when my mom was 54.
Oh wow!
Wow.
I don't know, maybe 49.
Yeah, it's
I don't
a
know.
long time.
So 14.
Mm.
They were never married. They were never married. He married another woman.
Wow.
Matter of fact, she had me, and he married another woman. Like months. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like he was marrying another woman. He married another woman. I guess it didn't last, but I don't remember my dad never not being around.
Okay.
I mean, in between, like I have some
Right.
sisters, but he's never just been completely out of her life. They
Right.
dealt with each other.
Yeah.
Then finally, I guess they decided to be together. So when my dad had cancer, and so when my dad got cancer, my mom took care of him.
Mm-hmm.
My mother was taking him to the bathroom and getting him out of the wheelchair and
Friends.
They were together.
She loved. That was her man.
She loved him, and I think he loved her.
Yeah,
in the way that they loved each other. Yeah,
Right.
in the way that they loved each other. And I am literally saying, when it came down to medical decisions, his mom made those decisions. His mom came in. The car that he had took it. My dad was construction worker,
Tools.
and those tools and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
very expensive tools.
Mm-hmm.
Took them
Mm-hmm.
because she had no rights to any of that.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I'm telling you, I seen that. I seen that, and I would never wish that on no woman because, and not that they didn't get along, but it was just his mother wanted him to live. And he was not in a space. My dad did not even look like himself at the end because cancer had swept through his body.
That's
and instead of letting him just be, she in there feeding him noni juice, trying to get her baby to live.
Back. Right,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's feeding, and he got stomach cancer, and it's hurting his stomach. He really only supposed to be eating ice chips. He was getting fed through intravenously, and she's in there, and it's and my mom had no say.
Yeah.
None. So that's why, to bring it back to being serious, that's why I am like, for me and mine, for me and my life, if Jason, I wouldn't even come down here unless I'm not even coming down here to be your girlfriend. So you can put me out and my family back at home.
Exactly.
That was the standard.
I got you.
Yeah.
That was the standard.
That was.
I didn't see it. Huh? I didn't say
How
that.
she say it, Jay?
She just said, "I'm not moving to Atlanta."
I didn't say
to
it like
be your
that.
girlfine.
Yeah, I didn't. That's
And
what
I
I said.
respected that.
Yeah, and I
married her.
And then
because I wanted to be with her.
Yeah,
every day.
Right.
Hold on, Jay. Hold on. Jay, you said a lot right there, bro.
Yeah.
You said a lot right there.
Okay.
And I think we need to
He
highlight
wanted
what you
to.
just said. You said, say that again, bro.
Yeah. I wanted to. So I married her.
Before
I
the
wanted-
money,
Before anything.
before the job,
Yep.
Before anything.
before the plan
Before
or the
anything.
career.
I wanted her. I wanted to
Yeah.
be with her every single day.
Same here.
It was getting tougher and tougher
to
to
leave
not be able to leave, to go home.
on Monday.
So, Jay, what in your mindset or mind state
Right.
triggered that way of thinking concerning her?
Right.
I knew she was forever. I knew it.
Why?
one.
How?
It's just something.
It
It's unexplainable.
So what
Bro.
about her though? She trying to figure it out. So,
Yeah.
but it's
We gotta give her
unexplainable. What is it?
Well, we can't give her anything,
Right.
Because first of all,
We ain't in this.
we ain't in that situation.
We were
Because-
6 months,
Right.
y'all. We met
got
July
married,
20th. I was married January 4th.
Right. Yeah.
We met July 20th of 2002.
And that's why when she says
And we were married.
when she says you can be
January
together for
4th.
so many years
Mhm.
and then turn around and somebody be married in 6 months,
We
that's
were
a
6
real
months.
thing.
Yeah.
It don't
We
take
worked
that
the
long.
It don't
to
take
know.
long.
And y'all been married how long?
We've been married 21
21
years.
years.
I knew. I was telling. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to a friend of mine, but I was saying
Jamie
that.
Foxx, I think.
Be quiet. I was telling them about, because this is a single friend, of mine, and I was telling them, I'm like, you can meet your, I'm saying, like your person tomorrow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I knew when I was in grad school, I worked at Payless. My manager at the time met her husband. They were married in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
they were married 40 something years
Worked out.
till he passed away from cancer.
Wow.
Wow.
See?
So I'm like, I remember asking her, I'm like, how the heck did you
just
know?
know.
She said, we just knew.
Wow.
It's just something. It's something you can't explain. It's something. It's and I'm gonna call it. Me and Jason have a spiritual
Connection.
something.
Mhm.
Even when we wasn't even in church at the time.
Mhm.
We met partying.
Yeah.
We're still not in church.
Oh, you get
This
what I'm saying.
guy.
But he
believe in
visits
the
the
Lord.
Aquarius.
Yeah. We love the
Yeah, he
Lord and the
visits the
Lord
Aquarius.
loves
Oh,
us.
love her.
We have a relationship.
Oh, most definitely got a
I'm not
relationship.
They
talking about
definitely
that.
believe in
know what
Jesus.
right. Let me
most
be
definitely.
clear. But it's something
Let's be
that
clear.
you can't. It's a love that you can't explain. It's a feeling that you can't explain. Everybody thought we were crazy. His
did.
family, my family. Because I lived in a whole nother state, and not the next state.
Right.
I'm talking about some states over.
Right. I was
You
getting
know.
on the plane every weekend.
Every weekend when he got off work, he would fly up, and it started
Wow.
getting harder
Yeah, oh, yeah.
and harder on that Monday morning drop off
Mhm.
Right. For the
Yeah.
both
for
of us.
both of
So,
us.
The question
Let
And
me
is,
we
ask
just
this.
wanted to be
So let me
together.
ask this. So
Mhm.
it's a knowing.
Mhm.
But what about the fact that
Mhm.
this sister has known
She's known
for a decade.
Listen,
but she's known. But what has he? See the difference again.
They
We're
both
telling
have to be
we're telling you
on the same
without
page.
telling you.
it has to be mutual.
It has
We're
to be
telling you without
mutual.
telling you.
I'm telling you.
Right.
Yeah.
There's not a listen. This is 3 married couples
Right.
who all knew when they met each other that they were going to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That it's just that simple.
It's just that simple.
I when I met
And
her,
we want
I
to be
knew
married.
that was
I
going to be my
wanna
wife.
I want to
When
be
you
married.
met her, you knew she was going to be your
Wow.
wife,
Facts.
and when you met her, you knew
Wow.
that was going to be your wife.
and
No
I
matter
was-
the journey.
and let me-
No
and let me
matter
put it
the
in
journey.
You knew.
I was a $9 an hour
Right.
married woman.
Yeah.
We were $9 an
Right.
hour.
Yeah.
We were
too.
$10 an hour.
Right.
Then we was a $12 an hour.
Right.
Then
Right.
we was we ain't in an apartment no more. We in a house.
Right.
Married.
Right.
So that's why I'm like I'm not buying.
Yeah,
I'm not buying the financial part.
Right.
What I'm saying is
entrepreneurial
Yeah.
power.
Right.
yes.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Out the mud,
Out
right?
of the mud.
Right.
Yeah. You know when you know when you know.
The-
And if he don't want to marry you, sis,
It's time to go.
He can't want to marry you. And in so many words, that's what I'm saying. If you're happy,
but you just
no.
said for her to stay.
Right, because y'all tolerating each other.
Yeah.
Until you're tired of it,
Yeah.
you'll be happy.
So the question comes to, what's your why in a relationship? What's attracting you two together? You got some things that happen. Everything that you just heard up here happened organically.
Absolutely.
It
I
was
feel
not
like
forced.
a lot of times it's like what do you call it? The test tube babies. It's like it's manufactured in a lab or something.
Yeah.
It's like you guys are trying to make something happen.
That's
you know what I'm
true.
saying? It's like you got to know the difference between lust and love. You know what I'm saying? Lust is like an insatiable desire that can never be quenched. So you're trying to get this girl to complete you, but she can't. She doesn't have the capacity.
She doesn't
to
have the
complete
ability to
you.
complete you.
It's impossible.
Well, and this is the thing, and this is why people have to understand what it is. Marriage is exactly what you just said. It's a completion.
Yeah.
It's one person being weak where the other is strong. We balance each other out in ways that happen naturally.
Facts.
So, but we still have to be on the same accord and have the same goals because that is what we're balancing. But see, a lot of people don't do that. And this is why when you're dealing with a person that's just like you, 9 times out of 10, that's not the person you're supposed to be with.
Facts.
I don't know.
Where's the
That's
balance?
That is tough.
Me and you,
We're very
we
much alike.
I don't see it. I don't see that.
We crash, and then
we crash
we're
and we
opposite.
burn and we learn.
I think y'all got a lot of
There we
similarities.
go.
Y'all have similarities, but y'all nothing alike.
Y'all got a lot of similarities, but y'all definitely different.
Y'all are so different.
we're a seesaw.
Now y'all, no, but y'all have common
Our
goals.
life is chaos.
But it works. It organically works.
Listen, Constance told me, and she wasn't lying. She said, if you don't get your life right with God, this ain't going to work. And she was absolutely right. If you are trying to build on a foundation of just we love each other, it's going to crumble.
Yeah,
God
I
has to
know.
be
In the
the
midst.
foundation, not just in the midst, but the foundation that you build on top of. If not, it's like they're still married. It's just a matter of time.
Is I think having that dynamic in your relationship or having God as a foundation, it gives you some sort of accountability.
Facts.
It gives you something to like where we're hearing him say, I got to be in this perfect financial state. I think having God as the core, he can speak to your heart to let you know, hey, like you love her and y'all can do this. This can happen.
And it'll go from self-effort to, Lord, lead me.
Help me.
Help me.
Show me.
Show me.
All of the things.
Yeah.
I just think that in this situation, sis, I'm not going to say that he don't love you. I'm just saying that you have some decisions to make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we're not here to tell you which one, but based off of what we've said and what we've shared, you have to kind of decide in your heart, like Jason said, you have to decide if this is something that you want to continue doing.
Right.
If this is something that you want to stick out, or if you want to be like, you know what, I'm done. That's
good.
That's your decision to make.
And you know, and just I don't know, man. Sometimes I my opinion differs from a lot of the other brothers. My heart goes out to the sister. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I think all of our hearts go out
no,
to
the thing is, I understand like how she could feel like I deserve this.
Yeah.
We should be married
Absolutely.
because all of our life aligns to what that outcome is.
Right.
And I understand that that's not necessarily the reality that they're living.
Right.
But my heart does go out.
So you said that to say that you feel bad for her?
I feel I do feel a certain level of empathy concerning it.
Okay, can we get a clear answer from each man?
Yeah, let's do that.
Hearing the perspective of the man, hearing his thought process. Jason, do you believe he wants to be married?
No.
Anthony, do you believe that he wants to be married?
No.
Brian,
Do he want to be married? Obviously not.
okay. I just wanted.
No. Can I clarify? He doesn't want to be married to her.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
That's just being real. Like
we
I'm
just went into another show.
I agree with what Jay said. I believe he probably does want to be married. It's just not.
to her.
He taking care of her kids.
Yeah, that's
He might
okay.
like the
He
kid.
might
what
love
we
the
talking
kid.
about?
You know
Who's
what?
fall in love with a
What?
child?
Did she say
can't
whether
fall
it was
in love
her
with a
house or
child.
not?
She didn't, but that was about to send me somewhere else because in my mind, I'm thinking about the other show where we had sis who had been, she helped her husband get through freaking school. She had taken care of him, all this stuff. And for him to go and leave and want a divorce and then he
Yeah.
break her
That's
down
wild.
to nothing.
Oh, man.
And then right when she ready to go, he like, oh no, babe. So that just sent me
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, it's
and
a
I'm
lot.
just saying, I just wanted a perspective
Yeah,
from the
and it was
men.
no.
So
And it was
what-
no
what-
across the
elaborate.
board.
Was it a,
It was a no.
How was the perspective?
That was. I just wanted
It was a no.
a clear
All right, so we
answer.
have a question for the girls.
What's y'all's freaking perspective?
Yeah,
no.
And
that's the
hurry up.
question, B.
So I want to know.
Right.
Yeah, I think we got their perspective.
I want to. No, we definitely got.
We got to ask the right question, though.
So we want a clear cut perspective concerning this specific instance right now. What are your thoughts?
What are you doing? Are you
Is
staying
she
or leaving?
wrong? Is she wrong for waiting 8 years?
No. Is she staying or leaving? Keep it simple.
Should she stay or leave?
Should she stay or leave? Which one?
Should she stay
Amy.
or leave?
She staying
Amy,
or
go.
leaving?
Hey, do you sis?
Nope, that's not clear cut. Clear cut.
We made a decision.
We were clear cut.
Do they stay or leave?
Do you sis?
No, come on.
I would
Do
know.
you
I would
sis?
say no. I would say I would say no.
Ooh,
I would say leave.
No, it was a stay or leave.
Leave.
Leave. Okay,
Leave.
there we go.
Ooh,
Constance.
I would say leave.
wow.
Leave.
What?
Oh my god.
You guys are like cutthroat.
No, because he's full of crap.
Yeah,
That's
it sound
what
like
it is.
he most
There's a
definitely
lot,
playing.
y'all.
You made it clear what you wanted, and
He's-
in the end,
yeah, he's
what
fine.
happens is, and I know that he's a good man, and that's why I say you have to evaluate what's important to you.
Yeah.
If you're going to keep
Wow.
talking about getting married, if that is going to solidify, this is the thing though, sis. Understand that you could very well get that ring, and he could be gone the next
I'm
week.
saying, 'cause
So-
he already not there.
Or he's just taking up space, not allowing her real husband to
But
come
he's
in.
there.
Or
But
that.
are we not saying he's there though?
There's
He's
a lot of men
allowed.
there.
He's
Yes, a lot of
providing.
men
A lot of men
there.
take care of other men's kids like that's not a
He's
thing.
gonna,
He's
if he
not a
love the kid,
deadbeat.
he gonna still
He's
be
not.
taking care of
No
the
one
kid.
saying he's a deadbeat.
He never
We never
said he was a
Still take care of
deadbeat.
kids.
Playing
Sound like
in
they're
her
both good
face.
people
They're both
that
good
need to find
people
the person they're
who
supposed to
gonna
be with.
Because he should
Oh,
marry
man,
her
y'all.
if she wants to be married.
He should
Because
marry
we
her.
do
So-
stuff that I do
We
stuff all
know.
the time I don't want to do.
In all fairness,
I do
he
it to
should
make
want
him
her
happy.
to be happy
Yes.
in every way, just like she's desiring to make him happy in every
And
way.
that is a clear cut perspective. We're not coming through. We're not looking through a lens of hurt.
Yeah,
Right.
We're not
Right.
looking
Right.
through a
Right.
lens
No.
of.
We don't know the specifics of the situation.
No, this
nothing.
is just straight, just with the information given.
Yeah.
Right. What
This
we
is-
have.
these are our perspective. If
Yeah.
we had more information, we will be able to give.
We
more,
are
but
literally working
with
with
what we got.
know.
Right.
I think the consensus say, sis, leave.
Yeah, do what you need
So.
to do, man. Yeah.
So you can be
What?
married.
I mean, dang, man.
I mean, you don't want to say that, but
We want to see him work it out.
and also,
I
feel like old boy need a mentor. Old dude just need a mentor,
Hey,
bro.
he been with this girl 8 years.
We are family by choice.
Don't email me.
Hey man,
Yeah, he gonna mentor you for free. I'll get you a mentor.
Hey, but while y'all playing, that's why we need to go live for real to have some people come
Chime
and we
in.
can have
like
real
that. Oh, that'd be
on the
dope.
spot
Yeah.
conversation.
I like that.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
would y'all come? Would y'all come
What's
if we
the
had a
thing?
live event?
What's the
Yeah.
platform where you could do it and stream and everything too?
StreamYard?
StreamYard. Yeah.
StreamYard. Oh,
Yeah, man. We definitely gonna start.
I think
going
that'd be
live
dope.
and
All
we'll
of us could be
Yeah.
on
We
there.
can do it in a little
See
small
On the
little spot,
spot.
for real.
Let's
That'd
do
be
it,
dope.
y'all.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I got some spots already that want to partner anyway.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Well, listen, guys, this has been another episode of Family
Yeah.
by Choice. Remember, you are part of the family. If you're watching us,
Yeah, man.
you subscribe to one of our channels. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on all Apple podcast stations. YouTube.
All social
Subscribe.
media platforms.
All of our shows are
Send in
posted.
those
The whole
letters,
show
too.
is posted every Friday on our YouTube. You can watch the whole thing in full, and it's straight raw, straight uncut, but it's unedited
Yeah.
on our podcast platforms. So if you want to,
So don't get it twisted.
amen. Hey man, listen, we love you.
Yeah,
Send
man.
them letters in.
Send them letters in. What's the
Send
email?
them letters.
We
It's
are
on the
family
screen.
by choice at gmail.com. You can
Yeah.
check it out on the screen. We look forward to having more conversations and, reading more family letters, having
Let's
more
get
family
it.
meetings.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
Until next time, this is FBC.
Peace.